fintech is the innovation brought by the technology plus finance. But how can the fintech innovations promote the development of the finance? So the next, without further ado, I'd like to invite Edgar Perez, has been dedicated in the financial sectors and also the technology sectors for more than 30 years. And he is a very influential figure in the financial sector. So without further ado, I invite Mr. Edgar Perez. Over to you.
Distinguished authorities and attendees to this conference, good morning. BCG, a well-regarded consulting company, came up with this ranking, 50 most innovative companies in the world. And of course, if you recognize the list, let's only focus on the first 10. I can tell you, innovation is mostly happening in technology. So I can give this statement. The top 10 companies in this list are in technology. You might raise your hand and say, wait a minute. Yes, I see there some big tech names. But I also see Pfizer. What makes Pfizer a tech company? Pfizer was one of the companies that last year focused on developing a new vaccine for COVID-19. They focused on this task, and they were able, as many of these companies, to reduce the time frame required to produce a vaccine from typically 5 to 10 years to less than 1 year. And that's why we have now access to these vaccines around the world. In order to do so, the company took advantage of prior digital transformation efforts and also the deployment of AI internally. So when they were testing these vaccines in 40,000 individuals, they were able to do so faster and more efficiently thanks to AI. Thanks to these technologies, Pfizer now is a technology company working in the healthcare field. And that's the path for most organizations. Technology becomes an important part to your survival. If we look at financial services, this used to be the universe in financial services, a very simple world when it was easy to find your classification. You were whether in banking, you were in insurance, or you were in securities. Very simple. However, today, there is a change because now many of the biggest tech companies in the world now are entering financial services. What are Google, Apple, Facebook doing in payments? What a surprise. So if you think about these companies, they come to financial services from different angles. For example, Microsoft, Google, they come from the operations side. They provide, let's say, cloud computing to financial services companies, and they see the potential to expand. Another approach would be Facebook that have access to 2.5 billion records of users. So they come from the customer-facing side, and they see that clients who trust Facebook would be potentially willing to share their financial information and eventually to take advantage of services provided by Facebook. So the field, the point of touch, it's going to be different, but nonetheless, these companies, technology companies that are so good at managing data, feel that at the end of the day, delivering financial services becomes a data game. The more data you have, the better appreciation of your client's profile. So when you think about clients who definitely share their information in social media, who share the information of their shopping activity with JD.com, for example, these companies now get access to a universe of data that allows them to price risk, to offer financial services, a province of activities that used to be constrained only to financial services companies. And that's a risk for financial services companies. What can a person do without a bank account? What can a business do without credit? And unfortunately today, 9% of the population still live in extreme poverty. So we know how critical it's going to be financial inclusion. When we had to think about expanding this service to the 2 billion people out there who don't even have any banking or financial service. We owe it to the 2 billion kids out there. Thank you very much.